Live and direct. We are going to go to Gretchen first for this breaking news story. It is Gretchen Gailey. She's the founder of Panoptic Strategies and hitting the streets today. And it doesn't appear to be walking her dogs in atrocious outfits because she's holding her phone in her hand. That's right. It is none other than the Gretchen Gailey.
Okay, whatever. I don't know. All right, so I'm a little busy, so I'm trying to get shit done for you people, like getting safe banking passed. My
Yeah.
headline, committee approves bipartisan marijuana banking bill, sending it to the floor. Senate Banking Committee has approved a bipartisan marijuana banking bill with amendments, sending it to the floor. Yesterday, members voted to pass the SAFER, bullshit name, Banking Act, sponsored by Senators Jeff Merkley and Steve Daines. Blah, blah, blah. This was a 14-9 vote. Now, if friends like good old Jason Beck's pal Matt Gaetz don't shut us down, this thing could go for an actual vote on the floor. But if they do, I'm not that fucking worried. They'll figure this shit out. And I would say we have 6 more weeks to get it through on the Senate floor. But even then, if it does not happen, people, it does not die. Please understand this, and all the idiots who keep telling you it's going to die. This is not the beginning of a new Congress at the new year. It will still be alive. There is still hope. But the hope is, according to the Banking Committee Chairman, Sherrod Brown, we're going to get a vote soon. So I would expect one. In theory, all right, pretend we shut down. That's 2 weeks that they're going to be off anyway. Get this shit back up and running by the end of October. I'd expect a vote in November. This scratch for High at 9 News.
Oh, so you think we'll have a safe banking vote in the Senate by Thanksgiving, Gretchen?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm not mad at that. I do think the government's probably going to get shut down, and I'm not mad if the government gets shut down. That's less we have to spend.
It's a pain in the ass. Whatever.
Yeah, it is a pain in the ass. I agree, and it does affect a lot of people's jobs, and so we do want to be cautious and conscious and mindful of that. But at the same time, our government spends so much money on nothing that I'm not mad at a government shutdown.
What annoys me more is who didn't vote for the bill yesterday coming out of committee. Like Tim Scott was a no. There were more Republicans who were no. Raphael Warnock was a no. A guy who started to jump up and down about social equity for the first time in his life yesterday. A fucking no. Raphael Warnock, you want to care about social equity? Maybe you should fucking co-sponsor any fucking bill that's out there on cannabis and start to care instead of grandstanding.
Hold on, Raphael Warnock is a Democrat.
I'm aware, so
Okay.
you should maybe vote yes on this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Were there any other Democrats that voted no of this nine people that voted?
Trying to think. No, I don't remember. No, Warnock, I believe, is the only Democrat who voted no.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
For Republicans who voted no.
I'm surprised Tim Scott voted no on this. What did he give any reason why he voted no?
Well, he was not actually there. He only voted no by proxy because he was in California for the debate.
Oh, that makes more sense then. That makes more sense.
But they were not. People are not fans of Section 10 of the bill. And they are not fans of the compromise language that they came up with to keep Section 10 in the bill. And basically, Republicans are saying that if you are going to bank cannabis, we can't start debanking other legal industries, such as guns.
That's correct.
Which was something that was started under Obama before.
Yep,
it's a shit show.
That's the Operation Choke Point language. Correct, Gretchen? That's the Operation. That's the Operation Choke Point language.
Yes. So. And if they don't fuck it up too much, if they try and load it up with amendments on the floor, it's not going to pass.
Yeah. And
if they go with Freedom Act, that stuff has been agreed to. Republicans will vote yes.
And I know from my time on the Hill, the Senate banking chairman, the senator from Idaho. Are you familiar with
Crapo?
Crapo, yes, Crapo. Crapo's big thing was
Sherrod Brown right now.
Okay, well, Crapo previously, his whole big thing was the whole hiccup around the Operation Choke Point. That was his big hookup.
Insurance, but that's another story.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot to come, and don't listen to people who say this was a wonderful historic vote, great, sure, fantastic. It was in theory, but it's just the next step, people. And
Exactly.
there are plenty of steps to this shit happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to stay on our lawmakers and get it done. Now, one thing I would call on all of our viewers to do,
Uh-huh.
and I can send you his phone number to put it in the chat.
Oh,
I
100%.
would love for people to give Sherrod Brown's office a call and say, thank you, Chairman. Thank you for listening to the fucking people and getting this done and bringing this bill out of committee.
You want him to
If
use
he
that
gets a
same
thank
language?
you, that drums up more support for the future. We can't just shit on people. We also have to say thank you.
We do. That's
So,
true.
People need to do that.
Do you want them to use the word fuck in the language?
Either way, thank you, sir. Thank you for fucking getting it done. It's about time. Like, for fuck's sake. Yes, that's the exact language I want them to use.
Amazing. Oh man. We're gonna have a drafted up letter that people can send to
Not
Sherrod
just
Brown.
a letter. Drop a phone call, and when you get the intern who says, "Oh, he's unavailable," say, "No problem. Please tell the senator thank you for me for voting for safe banking." That's all they gotta say.
Okay.
Hang up.
I'm not.
Click. Nice
Boom.
and easy.
Done. Easy
Simple
peasy,
phone
right?
call.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Let's blow up some offices' phone lines today because they don't have anything else to do.
Hell yeah, they're all packing up their bags to go out of business. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, we got time.
What are your thoughts on this, Dale, Rochelle?
Well, for me, it's just frustrating to see how many people continue to vote against something that seems like a reasonable next step. And Warnock that's fucking irritating.
Yeah.
I mean, he is I don't know if he's evangelical, but he's a pastor. And I just get so many responses from, it's immoral. Oh, we got to, my mama told you it was bad shit, so I'm not going to vote for it. We got to get well beyond that kind of stuff and see if we can look at this reasonably. There's a problem. We're trying to move forward. Banking needs to be there. What's the problem? It's not tied to guns, although, that's the argument. And politics is the problem we have here, Gretchen, is that people don't have the balls to stand up and say, I stand for this, and so I'm going to vote for it.
Mm-hmm.
Wishy-washy.
Well,
So-
and frankly, Committee Chairman Brown yesterday, Sherrod Brown, did stand up to Warnock and said, I hear where you're coming from. Everyone wants social equity, but frankly, the Senate Banking Committee is not the place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We are not tacking something on to a banking bill.
Yep.
If you want that kind of provision, why don't you fucking introduce a piece of legislation to do it, Warnock, instead of trying to hijack a fucking banking bill?
Did someone say that to
All we
him?
do is get criticism all the time for loading up bills with shit that's not applicable to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what the chairman did yesterday, and that's what he did specifically when it came to amendments that they did not attach to it. It was like, this does not go with this bill, so we're not putting it on because we're not loading it up with crap that'll keep Republicans from voting for it.
Mm-hmm.
And Sherrod Brown did a good job yesterday holding this bill together.
Nice. Well, thank you, Senator Sherrod Brown, for keeping the game rolling. Because we got to keep moving this ball down the field and score a touchdown, even if it's with sleepy Joe Biden.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
That's right. We got to do what we got to do. It pains me to say it, but we do got to get a win. We do got to get safe banking passed. The industry desperately, desperately needs it. Yes.
It's a necessary first step.
That's right. That's right.
You can't just swallow a whole pie. You gotta eat it bit by bit.
Mm-hmm. That is true. What? Any thoughts on this, Rochelle? Safe banking?
I mean, it's like everyone else has already said, it's small steps, baby steps. Yesterday at the Benzinga, former Senator Cory Booker was on stage, and they went back to the old Schoolhouse Rock, I'm just a bill,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's still making its way, so it's just an incremental step. Yesterday was great, but it's just a small step forward.
Got it. Yep. That it is. It is one small step, but it is a necessary step that needs to be done. And I'm very interested in Raphael Warnock's in his reasoning for not supporting this. You're saying it was because of evangelical woes?
I'm saying it's because his provisions were not added on to the bill.
Oh, so he was trying to
turning into
do.
Cory Booker and dying on a sword.
Yep.
To get social equity attached to banking. That's why he did not vote for it.
Mm-hmm. See, he Senator Cory Booker got in his ears and said, "Hey, I need you to do this for me because I can't do it."
I don't know. It's like he woke up yesterday and found out that cannabis and social equity was an issue. He's like, what? All right.
Maybe someone should tell him about Schedule 3 and what that'll do to social equity.
Maybe that'll be fun. Another good fan of us yesterday was Elizabeth Warren.
Really?
She stood up for getting this bill done. Yes.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Shout out to Senator Elizabeth Warren. Man,
James
that's
held his ground. I mean, there were a lot of people who did their best. Haggerty, on the other hand, he was a pain in the ass, but he was entertaining.
Hey, at least he was entertaining. At least,
yeah. That's all you can ask
you
for.
got some laughs.
You can't get kind of boring.
Yeah, you can't win them all, right, Gretchen?
Hey, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, well, but my point is, I don't think anyone expected a unanimous vote. Is my point.
No, not at all. No one expected it, and frankly, no one expected it not to pass. Except for some journalists out there in the world who kept saying it was dead.
Well, I mean, there's been some people in our chat that's been saying that it's dead too, but we're not paying any attention to that.
Well, I love those people who aren't in the fucking room, who love to talk about things dying and don't know shit. Keep talking.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for Gretchen, for your on-the-scene reporting today from Capitol Hill. We super, super appreciate you.
All right. I got to go rattle some chains right now.
You go rattle some chains, and we are going to deliver the rest of the news today.
All right. See y'all later.
You have an amazing day. Tell everyone up there I said hi and make sure you spell it correctly.
Oh, I will be on.
Amazing.
Thank you, members on the committee.
What's that?
What to do? Remind people, call your lawmaker.
Yes.
Even if they're not your fucking lawmaker, call them. Say thank you.
I'm with that. I have no problem reminding people to do that. That is definitely something that people can easily do.
While you're on the phone, call JD Vance's office and say, "What the fuck, JD Vance? He voted against it. He's a dipshit."
Send me the numbers, Gretchen, and I'll make sure that they get in the chat and get out to people.